Well, my impressions about SIP are incredibly positive. Here I think I have seen a rather unique way of organizing a meeting, and I think it's been done with great aplomb from every vantage point. And I am very much at one with the philosophy of the meeting that sustainability in all its shapes and forms is incredibly important for the human race in general, and we must keep pressing away at the importance of having scientists and technologists at the helm. And this is where my greatest concern is in the Western world. How do we get science and technology into the agenda of our political masters?
They forget that it's not forever, that only science has managed to provide 9 billion people on this planet with enough bread, with this comfortable life which we are there. And science and technology and people who are behind that, they are underappreciated. Your conference is very important in this respect. It was a good reminder that what keeps us going on, why we still didn't destroy the planet despite there are 9 billion humans on the planet. It's science, it's not the design, it's not politicians who created this comfortable community, but science and technology. And SIPS is a reminder for this.
I want to thank you for inviting me to this event, which got me in contact with a new group of people, I think mostly engineers, but also scientists. I was impressed by the high quality of the talks on Monday morning, and I'm also impressed by the extent to which you work yourself.
You have a very successful conference. It's absolutely fabulous. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I very much appreciate being invited. Thank you so much. I think everybody enjoyed it. I think that one of the things that people enjoy the most is the ability to interact with each other, to learn from each other. And I think that that's a very important part of your conference, is for them to be able to learn each other's expertise and each other's opinions. The social events were fabulous. That provides an opportunity for the people to get to know each other more informally and to learn more about each other's personal lives and not just their business-related activities. So I very much appreciate being invited. Thank you.
I would say that it couldn't be better. I had excellent impression about this symposium. First, because of the organization, the attendance, the hotel, the city, couldn't be better. The second, about to have 7 Nobel Prize laureates. My first time I could meet one. And the third, I would say that the quantity of relevant papers shown in this seminar.
Actually, I never attend such a SIPS meeting, because I usually attend only, for the doctors, the physicians, the kind of the meetings. I have a lot of experience, but your SIPS is very, very unique, because that many sectors and then in the different cultures and all the people together, so that industry, chemistry, physics, something like that. I'm just a biologist, so it's really, really exciting.
I like it very much, and these are for many reasons, of course. The first reason I will not say because it is on beautiful places, but I will say that because I like your approach, that you want to spread the awareness of importance of an engineer.
First of all, I would like to thank you for all this invitation and also the ownership, and which actually brings your symposium to a high level. I was also last year, as you know, in Cancun, and I follow your conferences over the years. I think you're doing something very, very good for the scientific, the industrial field, etc. Also under the auspices of these sustainability conditions, starting from the ethics to the final applications, like I have explained this morning about this industrial sustainability. I think you're doing a very good job.
Yeah, I have a very good impression. So it's a very nice combination between general presentations, you by inviting really significant experts, not only Nobel Prize winners, but also very important and famous scientists to the plenary lectures. And on the other hand, you specialize to very, let's say, detailed scientific reports by giving other experts the chance to organize little symposiums, with your help, of course, and really to find the possibility to give other experts, because they know who is important in their field, at the same time to show the people what is going on in research. And especially I have the impression this is a good way or a good idea to emphasize research on sustainability, energy resources, to save energy and find methods to save energy, or even techniques to renew the energy.
I am impressed as much by your symposium as I am impressed by the fantastic city. Yes, your summit is something really exceptional because it makes important topics such as sustainability and scientists or engineers coming from very wide panel. You know, those from academia, important manager or CEO of companies, and this, I think, it's one of the best way to see what are the important points from different views. This is really excellent. So I enjoyed really the meeting, every day session, and also the activities you proposed after the session. So again, I thank you very much for inviting me to attend this meeting.
My impression is just excellent, and I think what you have accomplished and your staff have accomplished, you've gathered more than 300 scientists, engineers, business people together into a gorgeous city, as you call it, the magnificent city of Rio. And it has just been a terrific 3-4 days. And then really congratulations. And the title of the conference is Sustainability, Industrial Processing. These are very appropriate terms. But I think what I really truly admired in your deliverance of the topics and the speeches that you have given, I think it's a celebration of the science and technology and celebration of the people who are in science and technology. And having a PhD and having done some science in the past, before I became more of a sort of businessman, I really do thank your focus on celebration of the people in science and technology.
Good question, and in my opinion, I think we are making some significant contributions to some of the challenges that we face today in all domains of sustainability, transportation, industry, residential, agriculture. And we are doing this by putting together interdisciplinary teams, people that have different backgrounds and have different skills, different resources. And when put together, they can form teams and being alerted, and become aware of some of these challenges and contributing, to their resolution. I think this is a very unique characteristic of these meetings dealing with the sustainability, and I think I am very happy to see that. As a result of these meetings, we are forming several collaborations. We are putting people together. We are establishing bridges, and we are able to activate resources. Not only human resources, but laboratory resources, and we are able to discuss, perspectives and opinions. And this is very good to put forward some of the potential solutions that in the end would hopefully make some significant contributions. Well, your selection of Rio and Copacabana was an excellent one. The Brazilians call it Cidade Maravilhosa, which is marvelous city, and they have plenty of reasons to do so. I mean, the landscape here is, absolutely outstanding, is unique. I mean, the climate is excellent, and the opportunity to do the meeting in a venue as such bring additional sort of drivability. It's one of more drivers for people to come and join us here, and the selection of the hotel, I think, was a very good selection. I think we have here very good facilities. The meeting rooms were very good. Okay, the technical assistance that we had was also very good. As far as the social events, the format was a little bit different from the one that we had in Cancun, and I think, based on the feedback that I have had from my colleagues, everybody enjoyed it. But I think it was excellent teams that entertained us, during the days that we have been here, and I think everybody was happy. It was one more opportunity for people to develop some good camaraderie between themselves.
Well, I got a very nice impression. I heard many very interesting talks on new sustainable materials, and we get a good idea how we can solve some of the problems that humanity is addressing with regard to climate change and other problems that as a society we may face in the next couple of years. Well, I like the fact that the conference joins many small symposia. This allows to discuss a topic more deeply than you might have it at bigger conferences, where you can only listen to the talks, but you don't find the time to discuss the problems in detail. And this is surely a big advantage of this specific event.
I found it's really interesting. I mean, this to say, convergence, I would say, yeah, of the industry, academia, and business. And I really think this is unique for me. This is the first experience of such kind of conference, and I find this is really unique, and it allows the transition of the experience between all of those, how to say, between all these three fields.
For me, it was a great pleasure to be invited again to come, and especially to have a symposium in my honor. I think this place, Rio, is an attractive place. Everything, the atmosphere was great, okay. Most of the people with whom I discussed, they enjoyed. Myself, I enjoy also. So I think it was a good conference, and people are sorry to have to leave. So this is a good sign.
Well, it's, as you say, I think it's the third time or fourth time I'm joining the conferences. The theme, the focus is directly what I'm working with, a sustainable world promoted by sustainable research. And this is not only research for results for technology, it's also education of people and let's say preparing them for a sustainable future and being able to carry some of the loads which are necessary to do progress in that respect. So I'm heading a center which has a name, Catalysis and Sustainable Chemistry, Center for that. So it's very well aligned with your ideas of having a kind of world conference on sustainability. And I've seen you have gathered people from all over the world, so probably I would say you're very successful with that. And people look forward to the next conference, I'm sure. And I know previous also award winners, like I was this time from Frey. I know Professor Frey himself, and Øje and Marcel Gonescar, which you have a dedicated symposia to before. And so I'm very familiar with the frame of these kinds, and I felt very easily adjusted to that with my symposium here. I think, of course, it's nice for scientists to sometimes get out of the dark labs and meet in sunny places. And you have chosen places which are very attractive to go to, and not especially expensive. I mean, once you are there, it's not expensive. Of course, the trip may cost somewhat, but other expenses are very competitive with what we see of the large conferences around the world.
And for our social events, we have almost every night.
Yeah, it's entertaining, and many of the discussions are interesting and promoting some thoughts and internal discussions in other groups.
Я должен поблагодарить господина Конголи за участие в Конгрессе, который, на мой взгляд, представляет собой знаменательное явление в области науки и современной техники. И у меня самые наилучшие впечатления о Конгрессе. Прежде всего поражает сочетание объема вопросов, которые обсуждались на Конгрессе, и это все сочетается с высочайшей квалификацией специалистов, которые присутствовали на этом Конгрессе. И не могу не упомянуть еще об одной стороне. Мистер Конголи, ваш Конгресс проходит в Европе, Азии, Америке. Он охватывает огромные территории. Поэтому я вам очень признателен и рассматриваю Конгресс как выдающееся достижение в области современной науки и техники. Наука, ее достижения И вторая сторона этого конгресса, связанная с чисто развлекательными программами, вне всякого, заслуживает наивысшей оценки. Я могу одно сказать, что вам удалось сделать работу Конгресса в научном плане исключительно интересно, но в то же время и культурная программа отличалась разнообразием, интересными и так разнообразной программой, начиная шоу типа Тропикана, танцы, ваше мероприятие, которое было посвящено отметить роль многих ученых в развитии конгресса вот типа SIPS. Поэтому с моей точки зрения и к моей точке зрения присоединяются все мои коллеги, в том числе моя собственная супруга.
So Dr. Florian prepared the award ceremony to you, and the third day after Nobel Prize lecture. How do you think?
I really appreciate kindness of Dr. Florian. And also, I would like to express my appreciation to Professor Christian Amatore. He kindly recommended to me to join this meeting.
Okay. So how do you think this SIPS 2018 meeting?
It is outstanding meeting because top scientists presentation together in various fields and many Nobel Prize lectures same time. I learned a lot from this meeting.
What's your impression about the symposium?
Couldn't be better, because you have here 7 Nobel Prize laureates and a lot of scientists, professors, and in the public it was pretty good.
And what is the importance of this event of SIPS 2018 that talked about sustainability to Brazil? What is the legacy of the event to Brazil and to South America in general?
Today, sustainability is everything in our life. You can't do any project without thinking in sustainability of the process. So it's very important because this symposium called the attention for this fundamental point, sustainability.
What is your impression about SIPS 2018 so far?
I like the style of this conference. The place, of course, but the mixture of many different fields. Of course, the high quality because of the Nobel Prize winners and also the participants, for sure. So this is a style of a conference which I follow already for almost half a dozen of years. I try to come every year, and I like it very much.
SIPS 2018, this edition is in Rio de Janeiro. How do you think this interaction with the marvelous city, what kind of outcome can it present to the participants?
Well, it's by principle, these conferences are always very close to a beautiful beach. This year they are close to the most beautiful beach in the world, or at least which I know.
I have to agree with you.
And it's just a pity that the sun is not there that much, but I think it was a very good idea to place it close to Copacabana Beach. I'm not sure that the participants have that much of time to go to the beach. I went there and I enjoyed the place very much. Now I'm in love with science in Brazil because one of my very first PhD students founded a laboratory in João Pessoa in the state of Paraíba. And I think that to associate Brazilian science to what is going on worldwide is very important, and to do it in Rio de Janeiro, where there is a very famous university, is even a much better idea. So I enjoy this place very much.
Doctor, what is your impression about SIPS 2018?
Well, it's a very inspiring meeting on novel materials, novel and sustainable materials, which we will need to tackle many problems like climate change and economic issues that might come to us as a society.
And what is the legacy of SIPS 2018 to a country like Brazil and to the world in general?
Well, to the world in general, I would say we need, for the challenges of, for example, climate change, we will need novel materials that will allow us to use less energy. And these materials are presented here that might help to solve these problems. And for Brazil, I think it is nice to get in contact with the scientists from Brazil and of all over the world. So this is a great opportunity in this regard. Yeah.
I would like to know your impression about this gathering of great scientists that came from all over the world to Rio de Janeiro.
Well, it was a great party. I have a lot of fun. That was a very good presentation for the host. And well, I never shook hands from the Nobel Prize Laureate, which was a great honor for me. And I'm quite happy. I'm happy that the organization chose Rio de Janeiro to host this event. And it's a great responsibility for us to have here great minds in the planet. And we hope to see everybody here again. We heard that many of them has been here in Brazil already, had fun in Brazil already, have great respect for our city. And well, for us, it's a great pride. We hope to see everybody else again.
What is your impression? This is day 4 of SIPS 2018. What's your impression of the event?
Oh, I think it's every time we are learning, okay? And this symposium, this summit, okay, brings so much important person. Yes, we have here 6 Nobel Prize laureates, okay? And there are some connection here with the very important and executives and also in the academic area.
Last night we had the gala dinner, the gala event, and some great scientists received the Frey International Sustainability Award. And you've received this prize before, 2 years ago. 3 years ago, sorry. How do you feel, and how does a scientist feel receiving such an honorable prize like this?
I think it's a Florian idea to us, he said every time, okay? It's a good idea.
What are your general impressions about SIPS 2018, about the plenary sessions and the whole thing going on?
Okay, the SIPS I discovered last year in Cancun. I was invited by Florian to give a plenary lecture. And so I discovered this atmosphere. So what I think is very great is, okay, I'm invited in many big conferences over the world, but generally these conferences are always one thing, yeah? Here, Florian Kongoli did a mixture. Okay, he makes people from business, from science, from industry to mix together. With the idea of what science and technology and business can do to save the planet. So I think it's a very noble way of thinking, because everywhere else you hear that science is bad, it's because of science and not, it's because of greediness, okay, economic greediness, using science, okay? But I mean, it's like, I would say, to complain about prostitution, and say, okay, this is because of the woman. If there was no woman, there would be no prostitution. Okay, it will be prostitution with males. But do you understand?
Yes, of course.
So it's the same here with science. Science does a lot. Okay, because science is very good, we are 10 billion of humans on Earth, and maybe that is a problem, that we are too numerous, okay? So we cannot live like when we were 1 billion or 2 billion, and we have to consider that. So only science and technology will be able to bring that. And in my field, for example, my friends who are working on batteries for electrical cars and so on, they will bring something to remediate these problems, okay? So I think science will do it. And here, in this SIPS, Florian Kongoli, he has, because he's a businessman, both at the same time he's a scientist, he got PhDs and so on, so he can gather the people together, and that's good.
I'd like to know your opinion about the event and also what you talked about in your lectures.
So I'm very happy to be here in a splendid place. So Rio de Janeiro is a nice place, and Copacabana was excellent choice. And this morning you had two nice talks by two Nobel Prize, André Jain and Fraser Stoddart. So they gave a profound insights of how you can really do new discovery. So it was quite interesting. And I have here in this conference 6 talks, 4 talks already went in this morning. One on batteries for electric cars, another in magnetic materials for electric cars and the wind turbines, another on nanocrystalline materials for hard disks for magnetic recording, and another on market of rare earths. Brazil probably has the highest amount of rare earth ore in the world, so it's an opportunity. And the big conclusion, you are going to electric cars faster than people were think before. So be ready to have an electric car within 5-10 years. Maybe in Brazil takes a longer time. And it's a big satisfaction for me to be in an event. Scientists are much more concerned about the environment than common people, and this event really gives the direction other people will follow after. So scientists never appear in television, so we have to expose our ideas. So this is maybe this point. You don't have much visibility, and this event gives it this visibility you need. So I think it's a very relevant event.
What's your opinion about SIPS? It's your 5th edition, right?
Yes. I attended the SIPS from 6 years ago. So that is a very important event in the world, because we can have a lot of scientists from several fields of knowledge. So that's a very important talks about the. Now we attended the Oklahoma problem with the very low life expectancy in the United States. It was very interesting. Oh?
It's something you might not even imagine in an event like this, right?
Yes. We have some surprise in this event. And I think that in my field also, some guys here will be very surprised with some aspects of steel making sustainability.
What are your impressions about SIPS 2018?
Well, I think it's exactly on target, as always. It's a fabulous location. I mean, what could be better than the Copacabana? I mean, it's so famous, absolutely world famous, and I'm actually very thrilled to be here. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. But I always enjoy coming to SIPS. I mean, it's extremely well run and everything's cutting edge, and you get to meet all of the people who are very important in developing wonderful benefits for our society, and you get to meet them firsthand.
What was your impression about SIPS 2018?
Well, I think this is a very interesting conference, and I would say even for me it's a unique experience, because this is the first time I participate in a conference where the business industry and academia is made in the same place, and I think this is really fantastic.
Let's talk a little bit about SIPS 2018, an international symposium like this with 7 Nobel Prizes, and you're part of it. What do you think is the legacy for Brazil and for the whole South America?
Brazil is a great country. I think we are very gifted for have all these natural resources, talent people. It's a question to find the right track. I think now we feel that Brazil is getting back to the right track. I think that we have to understand that we as entrepreneurs, we generate jobs. It's not the government that generates jobs. So if everybody really perceives that this is our job is to generate jobs and the wealth to the people, and this Brazil will grow, and I hope for investors coming here, Brazil will grow in the next 4 years for sure.
Dr. Mounts is going to speak at SIPS 2018. And first of all, I would like to know your impressions about the exhibition so far.
I'm really impressed about the deep scientific work, and I'm also really impressed about the bright range of work from different kinds of scientists. And believe me, I learned so many things during this last 2 days, and I'm really impressed.
We've got all the academic work that has been presented, but also we have night entertainment. What have you thought about it so far?
Well, I joined it very much, and I know a lot of people join it. The first night on the beach, it was fantastic. It was a little bit crowded, but exactly to be crowded, this make it. Last night we had this dancing. Okay, I guess it's a must to have these nice looking ladies dancing, and everybody enjoyed it. And this is, in our eyes, typical Brazilian lifestyle.
I'd like to know your impression about SIPS 2018.
Okay, I'm very happy that I attend this event here. It's the first time in the place. It is very important for me that I'm also a scientist to understand how interact, let's say, the science with the sustainability and the social responsibility. I'm very glad that I see scientists recognized for their contribution to the society. And I believe this is one of the best events that the science combines with the social responsibility and giving to the society back what the scientists get.
Good morning, doctor. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
First of all, we'd like to know your impressions about SIPS 2018.
Actually, it's amazing event because we saw lots of the top scientists around the world, and especially learning a lot from the Nobel Prize scientists. That is, this is impossible to have such occasions.
What do you think about SIPS 2018 being held in Rio de Janeiro? What's your impression about the city and about having it here in the marvelous city?
Yeah, actually, this is an outstanding city, beautiful sea, and then the nice weather, and then the food is also interesting. It is the perfect city to, have such events.
What do you think about the event? What is your impression about the event?
Oh, it's very well organized. I really like it. Yeah.
And what did you think about the lectures, the plenary lectures, and also the breakout lectures?
Yeah, they are very, very good. And I went to every plenary talks in the morning, and then I attended most of the talks in the separate session. So very nice, yeah.
Interesting. Hey, what is the importance of an event like this to the world and to Brazil especially?
I think it's just to bring all these scientists together to meet each other, have discussions, and really think about the future of the planet. It's been really excellent.
What is the legacy of this event to the world?
That's a difficult question. I guess improvements in sustainable energy, I guess, and the environment.
Yeah, I guess sustainability is a key issue into the future. I think in the past we have been treating our long-term survival for short-term conveniences. We were overlooking sustainability. I think this is the right conference to come to about sustainability.
And you, sir?
I think it puts sustainability really up the political agenda, and that's going to be important. It's a really good event for that.
Yeah, I guess it's the same thing. It's the sustainability, and yes, which is a great keywords and a hot topic right now that we need to deal with. Yeah.
What is your impression about SIPS 2018?
SIPS is very interesting. Like I met a lot of people, lot of interesting scientists, engineers. So it was very nice for me being here. I really enjoyed it a lot.
And what do you think is the legacy of this event to Brazil and to the world in general?
This event is very big, so I think the legacy that it's going to leave to the people of Brazil and the rest of the world, people are still going to benefit through these ideas that were communicated here. We share a lot of ideas, scientific ideas, social ideas. So I think it leave a very big legacy to the people of of the Brazil and the whole world.
What is your impression about SIPS 2018?
Oh, I'm very impressed. I think this is a rather unique conference where there's been a lot of attention given to obviously sustainability and to the future of the planet. And everybody that I've heard speak is to some extent addressing this issue. So I think, we are in a time zone now in our history where these are very important considerations. Our very survival is going to depend on how we address the issues of climate change and how we protect our environment.
I would like to know your impression about SIPS 2018.
Well, I am the one who is absolutely honored to participate in this great event. I think it's very important for me to be here and share what we have been doing in Rio de Janeiro concerning this human rights subjects. We understand that all those minds concerned with advances in technology, they are absolutely aware of the advances in society, human rights about talking. So it's very important for us, for everybody here, to share this advance. Rio de Janeiro is a state that provides this equality, provides work with the minorities, and we are doing a great job here, and I'm absolutely honored to be here to share what we're doing with these great minds in the technology field.
Well, we've got 7 Nobel Prize laureates and 300 scientists from over 60 countries. What is the legacy for the state of Rio de Janeiro and Brazil?
This event being held here in Rio is already a great responsibility for us. We understand that those all organizations involved in this event, they all see Rio de Janeiro as a great mind event. So we are quite happy to be here, and we understand the responsibility we have, and we have to welcome these great minds and make them sure that they are welcome here, and we are quite happy. Thank you very much for all of you.
What did you think of the evening?
It's great. It's great for anyone from Northern Europe to come here in November.
I see.
Just great.
And how much fun did you have? Did you dance a lot?
Oh yes. Really romantic.
Your impressions about SIPS 2018, Doctor?
Well, it's nice to choose such a beautiful place for the meeting. And I think the meeting went very well. I had contacts with participants beyond the end of the meeting while they were staying here.
What is your impression of the overall event?
Well, it's a collection of so many extremely intelligent people. I really enjoy the conversations, such a variety of conversations, and everybody is very, very happy to be here. So it's just a fabulous event.